It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and snacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
All right, here we go. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the KVJ show. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Kevin?
It is another money day today. Doubling up them paychecks. Starting at 9 a.m. this morning.
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, but Kevin Ross is looking like a tasty snack over there with that nice outfit on.
Yeah?
Dang, I like that. Is that a jacket?
It's kind of a shirt.
I love that.
It's kind of a shacket.
Would you mind standing up so we can sexually harass you real quick?
Sure, why not? Who needs to know about a cash contest? We'll just skip that.
Oh, yeah. Give us a little bit of that ass. Turn around.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what we're working
Yeah,
with.
twerk that thing.
Okay,
Working
okay.
for KVJ TV radio, maybe not so much, but
Shaking that boar's head.
we got to watch the KVJ TV.
Well, we're orators. We paint a picture.
Okay.
I think the people get it. You are delicious.
Okay. Well, there you go. Those are very descriptive words.
Somebody get me a biscuit. I want to sop him up with
I mean,
it.
honestly,
right.
from what I understand, one day nobody called it for the contest anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
how many listen.
I don't know if anybody cares, so forget it. Maybe we won't do it. I don't know.
I don't see this one coming back.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can check us out on KVJ TV. All you have to do is go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show to see the tasty snacks we got in here.
Oh, yes.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Oh my goodness, did you see they had to rush Howie Mandel to the hospital? He was up in the Starbucks trying to just get his latte on, and he fell out in the Starbucks.
Starbucks trying to kill Howie Mandel?
He saw their prices.
I get it. The Mocha Choca latte is
How much for a
expensive.
coffee?
I know, it's an $8 coffee. I know, it can give you a heart palpitation.
I've almost fainted before, too, at Starbucks.
So he was completely out?
Yeah, he was there with his wife and I guess a friend, and he just, bam, hit the ground.
Is it true every time you faint, you pee your pants a little bit?
I hope so.
Why not?
I thought it was a real factoid.
I guess they ran some tests on him, and they believe it was low blood sugar. So now he's got to deal with that. So maybe he's a newly diabetic or low blood sugar person, and this is like a surprise for him. I don't know. I don't remember him talking about blood sugar issues before.
Okay.
He's talked about all his other quirks, but I haven't heard
Right.
the blood sugar problem. In other news, Jonah Hill has taken to social media to ask fans not to comment on his physical appearance.
Every interview I see when he lost weight, they would always ask him about his weight.
Yeah.
He says, I know you mean well, but I kindly ask you not to comment on my body, good or bad. I want to politely let you know it's not helpful and doesn't feel good. Much respect.
All right.
So there you go.
Yeah, it goes for me too. Stop commenting on my body, everybody.
Never.
I don't care, comment.
It's the source of, like, I don't know, so much fun.
I get it. I got weird looking nipples. I got a fupa.
That's
back
what we
fat's
do.
popping. Yeah.
We make fun of each other, and then we soak in Kevin's deliciousness. Commenting on the body, I think, is half this show.
Yeah, even on the positive, I don't think I want people commenting on that.
Yeah. It gets a little weird.
It does get a little weird, yeah.
Now you know how he feels.
I kind of get what Jonah Hill's saying. Yeah, it's still even kind of awkward, yeah.
And finally here, nobody tell Rocco this, but we had heard this story a few months ago, and it's the Jeanette McCurdy story of how she really did not like being on iCarly, even though she was great at it.
Yeah.
And I think it, maybe for me will go down as my favorite kids show of all time.
Okay.
She talks
Powerful words.
I love iCarly.
My Aunt Ann loved. Is that the one that had Bigfoot in there? They have a Bigfoot character in iCarly? All right, never mind. Just go on.
I don't think so. Gibby, Spencer.
Yeah, she liked
iCarly.
iCarly. She liked all of those kids.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, so Sam is Jeanette McCurdy, and Sam is now talking a lot of details about her mother specifically. Now, her mother passed away from cancer, and now that her mother is no longer with us, I think she feels a lot more free and able to talk about what she says was massive and intense abuse at the hands of her mother. She says her mother always dreamt of becoming a famous actor, and when it didn't work out for her, she became obsessed with making me the star, doing things like restricting calories, helping me create this eating disorder. Her mother insisted on showering with her until she was 17. What?
Wow.
Her mother did physical exams on her private parts.
Jeez.
I mean, what the heck is going on? So, yeah, you can understand why Jeanette McCurdy, formerly Sam of iCarly, now does this one-woman dark comedy show to kind of deal with her pain.
Okay.
It's called I'm Glad My Mom Died.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of comedy without the comedy. Sounds just pretty.
I think dark sounds about right. That's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
description.
Jeez.
I hope that one day, though, Jeanette can turn around and look back at what she did on iCarly and realize how awesome she was, because that really is an amazing show. Get in it if you haven't. It's on Netflix, and that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, Virginia's husband, one of my best friends growing up, Panda, came over yesterday, and we were doing some movie shots with his drone.
For their porn.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a
We're,
side.
we're getting that OnlyFans kicked up this week, actually. I don't know if you want in, Kevin.
All right, they do that on there, huh?
The first 10 minutes we were working on the horror movie, but the last hour and a half was the porn.
Okay.
Kidding, but yeah, he was working this drone. I don't know if have you guys ever seen a drone or been up close in person, or I've seen someone work one? I know you probably have.
Yeah, Panda actually showed me how he does it. It's pretty cool.
It's not easy. You have to know what you're doing, and
You have to go get FAA certified. Like it's Federal Aviation or whatever that gives you the test to make sure you can do it and not mess it up.
Well, I can see why they would do that, because it took Panda a few shots to get what he wanted. And,
If it's windy, oh Lord.
and it was a little windy by where I was at. But then it made me start to think, not everyone's going to follow the rules and get approved. You got some, renegades that just try to that do that drone. There's got to be a ton of drone accidents, no?
There's got to be. I think if you keep it below a certain height and you're not doing it for commercial use, I think it's kind of the Wild Wild West. But if you're a guy like Panda is, that works for a company or that worked for a TV station to use the drone for stuff like that, like you have to go through the protocol. You got to follow the rules. You got to not go around any kind of airspace.
Well, it was pretty cool to see it yesterday, only because it was in my backyard, and there's all of this stuff you have to be careful of. So he had to be,
You do have like stuff
yes,
back
power
there.
lines,
Power lines, trees,
all that stuff.
It's very cluttered.
So he, he did all the, measurements. It was really cool to see. But I was just wondering, who out there's crashed a drone? How common is it? They're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. His is I think over $1,000.
My neighbor's got an even nicer one than Panda. That Panda was thinking about getting off of him.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Black market? Fell off a truck?
I've already said too much.
What is the fine if you're unlicensed and you're working a drone?
Great question.
I think they come for you. I think they come for the company.
Because, if it's something FAA, that's federal. So I'm wondering if it is any kind of federal offense.
It was so funny. The other night, I had that food tasting event up at the Stewart Jet Center. And so we were literally in an airplane hangar, and they had all this food sampling. It was for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And Panda, they asked him to bring his drone to get some cool shots of the whole event. He was the photographer and the video guy. And his drone won't even go up anywhere around an airport. Like the thing won't work. The app that he uses to fly it, it locks up because it's illegal to even take one of those things off the ground in that area. And so the thing won't work.
And I'm wondering, too, are there drone stalking laws? I was leaving my neighborhood coming to work one morning, and there was a drone following me from my house out to North Lake Boulevard. Oh, by the way, my address is telling everyone where to murder
You
me.
turn right on.
But if you're driving driving around or you're walking around and a drone is harassing you, that's horrifying.
And people have attacked drones that have been spying on them.
Oh, sweet Dennys, one of the first places we ever lived together. He went out on the balcony to relax, if you know what I mean.
Puff, puff.
And he said a sheriff's drone came down, or a police drone of sorts. Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, he goes, what the hell is this?
But if you want to mess with your friends, yeah, get a drone and put a police sticker on
You
it.
could do that.
Watch Dennys poop himself on the balcony.
That's all I got.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, at first I thought I was being catfished, and I was like, is this another one of those, hey, you're going to be on Wheel of Fortune, like happened to Jay Bird, and then there was no Wheel of Fortune. We got a message after we talked about Toad the Wet Sprocket that, hey, Toad is coming to South Florida. Toad is coming to Fort Lauderdale. Toad would love to meet you, and you guys can hang out. And I was like, what? This is
all right.
kind of awesome. So immediately I assumed it was a catfish. But then I did a deep dive into the person that was sending the messages, and at least by everything I can find, it appears to be legit that the person who is emailing me is the guitar tech and sometimes guitar player in the band Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Okay.
Now, I received a message from said individual yesterday. We've been going back and forth, and he has secured VIP tickets, backstage passes, the whole thing. If we want to go and chill and meet one of our favorite bands, I love Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Why do you think you're getting catfish then?
Well, it just sounded too good to be true. It sounded like, remember back in the day when Khloe Kardashian was emailing me and I was so excited,
right.
and it wasn't Khloe.
We've actually been catfished quite a bit.
We've been catfished a lot because we're stupid and naive.
I mean, a couple times on the air.
I'm trying to learn from our catfish mistakes. So I didn't believe this was Toad, but I went and did all the homework. I mean, I looked this guy up. All his Instagram going back years is him with Toad. Unless he created this elaborate thing that somehow he was able to backdate.
That's good.
I think you're good. I think
I'm good.
Yeah, I do.
So the offer is out there, Kevin,
Okay.
Jason. This Friday at the Culture Room in Fort Lauderdale, Toad the Wet Sprocket has invited us to go.
What a weird catfish that would be. Someone posing as Toad
Right.
the Wet Sprocket.
They got me.
A band from the 90s.
That I love.
Wait, what's going on here?
I'm throwing it out there.
Okay.
I got 6 tickets, so
Oh, okay.
I asked for 2 for me, 2 for
Okay.
Kevin, and 2 for Jason. So it's out there. If you guys want them, you need to let me know, because if you don't want your tickets, I will find other people to take them.
Yeah, you go ahead and give mine away. I have plans already. I can't do it.
You have to go.
You have to. Sorry, your plans are canceled.
Sorry, Bird.
You're
You're
coming
going.
with me.
If
Yeah.
I have to come to your house with a van and a burlap sack, you're kidnapped.
Yeah. Did you guys see Joe Rogan confronting Dr. Sanjay Gupta?
Ooh,
No, I
Gupta
didn't.
versus Rogan.
It's kind of interesting. You know, I haven't liked the conversations that have happened with a lot of things, because you can go anything from politics to especially what has happened with the COVID issues that have been happening. I talk to you guys a lot off the radio, just be like, why is nobody mentioning this? Because, you know, I am vaccinated, but I held off for a while because I had tested and I had the antibodies. And yet it just seemed to be no one was addressing people that had antibodies. They were just like, get the vaccine, get the vaccine, get the
People
vaccine.
are addressing it, but not in mainstream
Yeah,
media.
she's right. Mainstream
On
media's not
social
doing it.
media, I saw lots of people saying the same thing as you. I had COVID. I now have the antibodies. I did the blood work. Why would I go and get this booster or this vaccine when
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what they're putting in me? And I get that argument. It is
Yeah.
a valid, sensible argument.
Yeah, and I just felt like there was, in a way, some conversations that needed to happen were getting shut down. Conversations that we needed to hear. I was trying to read and research, and I finally got the vaccine because I felt like it would increase what antibodies I had. And I read a couple articles saying that, you would be less contagious. Even though you could have the vaccine and still spread it, if you had it, then hopefully your time being contagious would be cut down, thus slowing the spread. It was in the middle of the Delta nonsense that was going on that was peaking and everybody was getting it. So I decided, you know what? I felt like it erred on the side of caution. It would be nice for me to do it. So I finally did it. And that was my own personal choice. And I encourage everybody, look, you do you.
Yes.
I'm not telling anybody what to do with this kind of stuff. And I get it. If you're holding out, that's good for you. If you got it, good for you.
Talk to your doctor and you guys make a choice.
But what I like is that conversations need to happen. And there are some just questions and things that were being pressed upon that I don't think happened. And it was really kind of interesting. Joe Rogan, as he had Dr. Sanjay Gupta on his podcast talking about, Joe Rogan recently had it. He's not vaccinated. And he had done all these, things, and everybody got on him saying, oh, he's using horse dewormer and he's using all that
ivermectin. Yeah.
And people are like going, why are you using, pills that were created for horses and things like that?
Because his doctor prescribed them.
And that was kind of what he got on Gupta. And I think Gupta either one probably regrets going on that podcast or regrets not maybe doing a little bit more homework.
Did he slice and dice Gupta?
Listen to Joe Rogan and Sanjay Gupta. Basically, he is saying, hey, your network, CNN, was saying this is horse dewormer and all this kind of stuff. And he kind of called him on the carpet on his podcast.
Do you think that's a problem, that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude.
What did they say?
They lied
What did
and
they
said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
They
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch
horse.
of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease. And as you say, it's probably, I think, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More.
I get that.
Way more. Way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on the ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Dang.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't ask? He said, you're the medical guy over there. And Gupta said, I didn't ask. I should have asked before coming on this podcast.
So are there two different ivermectins, one for horses, one for peoples?
I believe so. I think that's what he was saying with that.
Well,
But-
nobody said that either.
Yeah, and that's why to
that
me...
needs to be talked about.
And I'm not even taking a side on all this stuff. I'm really not. I just am happy that there are conversations that are happening. And again, I just don't like what our news networks have done. And I'll throw all of them into this. I'm not taking sides and just rallying against CNN. It's Fox News, all of them. I just don't like the state that our news is in and where things are happening. And I'm glad that there are places where tough conversations can still happen to say, look, man, no. And hold on. That to me is what journalism should be, holding somebody to the fire, say, answer this question.
Well, think about any relationship you've ever been in your life. When the trust is broken, it's really hard to repair that. When someone flat out,
right.
I think a lot of people just feel like the media lies to them. All forms of media have an agenda. Everybody does.
And a narrative.
Anybody on a microphone publicly has an agenda of sorts, especially if you're getting paid for it.
I don't have an agenda.
You do the dirt 3 times a day? Hell yeah, you got an agenda.
I just want to know the truth.
No, my point is everyone's got an agenda. I'm not saying even political or medical. We have an agenda. Our agenda is to entertain people, to make people, laugh or be goofy. That's our agenda. My point is everyone's got an agenda on a microphone. And if you're caught lying on that agenda, it breaks the trust.
Yeah, just kind of, interesting. And I thought that was a good exchange.
Yeah.
Boy,
it's
Gupta
entertaining.
really wanted out of
Look,
there.
he did a classic. He tried to divert him
Yes.
by.
Let's go. He's like, no. We're not moving on to that until we get through this. Your network lied about all this and tried to paint it away because Joe Rogan took a ton of flack for how he treated his COVID. And look, I think it's a personal choice that is between you and your doctor. And if vaccination is right for you, you do that. If taking ivermectin or whatever it is and your doctor's like, hey, do it and I'll prescribe it, you do that. And people shouldn't come down on people for how they choose to handle this virus. It's out there. Make your choices.
Everyone,
Get good sources, and don't listen to news networks.
everyone's fighting. I told you before, I'm aging out of Earth.
Yeah.
I saw somebody say that Joe Rogan's doctor's a veterinarian. That made me laugh.
Yeah. I'm surprised they only stopped at 46. There's a new study saying how much social media is bad for us, and they found 46 ways. 46 ways.
Yeah, I challenge your number and
Right.
raise you.
That seems optimistically low. They broke it into 6 different categories, and it is kind of interesting to see the categories. So you can go into more depth with each one. Cost of social exchange. Social media is bad for that because we don't interact as much personally because we're doing it on our phones. The funniest part is people who are in the same household texting one another, those kind of things. You know, you're at dinner and you're having a social interaction with somebody that's not at your table. Those are the kind of things. Annoying content, privacy, security, cyberbullying, and low performance, meaning it's distracting us at work and in school. So those are the 6 different categories in the ways that social media is bad for us. And I guess the one that you might put this in is, I guess, cyberbullying in a sense. It's all these little things that they're doing is TikTok challenges or social media challenges where they're having kids go out and do something that's not good and then filming it, posting it up on TikTok or whatever their platform might be, Snapchat. And it's causing problems, whether it be vandalism at school or going up and hitting teachers. There is another one that you might want to know about that actually has already made the rounds, but apparently it is coming back. It's called scalp popping.
This is kind of a new segment. You got once a week. You got what the children are doing so horrifically out
It sounds painful.
Yeah, well, there's so much of it. I mean, that's really kind of it. And that's why when I first brought up the vandalism in the schools with the Devious Licks Challenge, I'm like, this isn't happening, right? And boom, how flooded did we get of, oh, yeah, it's happening, and a lot. And I started getting the emails from my own kids' school about how they were having vandalism all through it. So unfortunately, as a parent, you're into other things, so you may not realize what is going on, but just know, because I always say quick things to my kid. I'm like, dude, hey, this scalp popping, you're not doing it, right? Okay, good. I just want to say, I want to go on the record because it's not going to be favorable for you if you do.
To me, that would be the worst thing as a parent. You're pulling up to pick up your kid, and you see your kid bullying another, being a legit jerky bully.
That'd be rough.
It's
That would
disappointing,
be rough,
yeah.
man.
It is. And I would put this on the level of bullying. It is something that is not good, obviously. Scalp popping, if you don't know, it is something that's typically done on a person with longer hair. Basically, what the challenge is somebody will take a chunk of your hair, twist it around their finger, and then yank.
Oh.
And oftentimes, a popping sound will happen. Like, oh, cool. And they make a video of that, and they're like, that's funny. That's great. But the popping sound is actually the soft tissue under your skin literally separating from your skull. And believe it or not, doctors are saying, don't do it. They say it can cause bleeding under your scalp or create a sore on your head. Just not good. And it's something that went around the holidays last year, and apparently it's seeing a resurgence. So just so you know, scalp popping is the thing, and apparently it's going around, so you can know
Well,
about
me and Virginia got to worry about it because we got the long hair. Ain't that right, girl?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody would like to step to me and try to scalp pop, let me just warn you, it's not going to end good for you because I will see your scalp popping and double down with the throat stab.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when anytime someone touches anything on my head. If you take my hat off or you touch my hair, and I don't know about it, it really sketches me out.
Well, it's just you're invading somebody's head space.
Yeah.
That is so personal and so messed up. You better be ready for what's going to happen next.
You touch somebody's head or hat or whatever, yeah, be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just, thinking about this, and I think as adults we look back and we're like going, I can't believe that kids would be doing this scalp popping. And I started thinking about things that we did. Remember the old slug bugs or the thing where you would make that circle mark and somebody would look at it and you just haul off and punch them?
All teens are stupid. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. The brain's not even fully formed, and you make dumb decisions. This is one of them, but we did dumb things too.
The one I remember, do you remember a game called Knuckles we'd have a knuckles tournament. It's where you put your knuckle out and you flick each other's knuckle as hard as you can. Whoever gives up first is the loser. But there were some people who really knew how to flick a
Do a good
knuckle
flick, yeah.
to the point where you would hear on your bone.
Really make it snap.
But it'd be a knuckle tournament.
Yeah.
You guys never played that?
I never did
No.
knuckles. We did something with an eraser where you rubbed your skin with a pencil eraser to the point where you caused like this gash in your hand, and the gash was the sign that you did it. You were cool.
Oh, wow.
But it was a giant wound on the top of your hand.
That's insane.
Where the skin is really thin.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. Teens are dumb. I repeat, their brain is not formed.
The one I remember was people would take rubber bands and you put them around your first two fingers and they come up like in the hall, somebody's neck, and you go whoosh, and it would, just out of nowhere, it was like you just got stung by a hornet.
That, and then people would take the straw and they'd take paper, chew up the paper, and then spit the paper on the back of your neck.
Spit wads, yeah.
Spit wads.
That's kind of
spit
funny.
wads,
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is gross.
It's gross, but it's not going to leave a mark.
Yeah. So I guess we did our own dumb things as kids, but this is the latest scalp popping. What do you do when you come across somebody that looks dead?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Do you do anything to try to awaken them to find out? Because maybe they're not dead. Maybe they need medical help. Maybe they're just sleeping. I don't know. How involved do you get?
We've talked about this before.
That's what's so funny about what happened yesterday.
Jaber and Dennys were faced with this question. There was somebody that apparently you couldn't tell if they were alive or dead.
They looked legit dead, and they were laying against a tree, and their mouth was open, and they weren't moving. And me and Dennys go, they haven't moved a single wink for a good 7 minutes. We were kind of wondering if we should get involved or not.
Yeah.
7 minutes?
Yes, they weren't moving.
Yeah.
They were straight out, just out. So I start screaming, hey, you okay, sir? Hey, nothing. So we're going, should we call the police? Then he goes, we don't want to call the police if we don't have to.
Yeah.
So I try to yell again, nothing. The guy is stone cold out. Then a miracle happens. Sweet Dennys screams as loud as he can, and the guy wakes up. Dennys is the one that woke him up with his scream.
Wow,
The
Dennys.
sweet, calm,
Right.
docile Dennys, and the guy was either on drugs,
Oh,
drunk, or both.
Yeah.
Do you know where the Howard Park area is at?
Yeah.
Okay, it was sort of near that area.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, unfortunately, we got so many people in South Florida now that are on drugs.
But he looked legit dead, and it made me think of Virginia. Virginia would have saw him and walked the other way.
You are right about that. This
Yeah.
girl ain't getting involved.
It's a tough thing.
Well,
yeah.
then I'm thinking, well, if he is dead, we'll call the police. We'll have a story for the air.
If I think he's dead, I definitely call the police. But I'm not going over there to check a pulse.
No, I didn't check a pulse. We just kind of like that, kind of wake him
Yeah,
up a bit.
yeah.
You don't want to, I don't think, touch anybody.
Well, I always look, there are a lot of poses that look like somebody was sleeping. You're like, okay, somebody calmly sat in that position. They're leaning back against a chair, a tree, whatever it might be, and it looks like they were trying to take a nap. So most of the time you see that. But that one factor you're talking about, when somebody's on drugs, they fall like a dead person would fall.
They do.
And they, a lot of times, are sprawled out in a way you're like going, okay, that doesn't look like a person that laid down to take a nap.
It was the way his mouth.
It's the way their knee is bent backwards and under them.
right,
Like
exactly.
nobody would lay like that on purpose.
It looks like
Right.
they've fallen out of a plane.
It looked like somebody propped him up and was having fun. His mouth was wide open,
Yeah.
and to your point, his arms were in a position that just didn't look natural, man.
I'm a mouth breather too. I get it. If somebody's got their mouth open, I do not assume they're dead.
Yeah, my mom would sleep with her mouth open.
Yeah.
and
There's
so-
a lot of us out
And
there.
then sometimes she would sleep with her mouth open, and then her eyes would slightly go open.
Oh, that's
So you
terrifying.
would see half of her
Oh, my
eyes.
gosh.
She would look dead when
Oh,
she was
that's
sleeping.
terrifying.
It was
Yeah.
not fun as a kid to watch.
I think there's several different ways that you can handle that. And, depending upon how you handle it, probably tells what kind of a person that you are. There are some people that just ignore it and they go on about it, say, look, that has no factor in my life whatsoever. Some people might go over and get involved and check and try to shake the person to see if they come to, and they're one of those people that loves getting involved in a situation. Now, the problem with that, if it's somebody that is on drugs and they come to, you don't know what kind of state they're going to wake in, and
Yeah.
you now might be clawing with somebody that's a junkie, and I don't want to get into a cat fight with a junkie.
Flim Flam said, "Why didn't you record it?" No, we have it on camera.
Yeah.
We have some of it on camera.
That's another kind of person. They're just going to sit back and record the whole thing and see what happens.
Absolutely. But I don't know if I want to release. I mean, the guy's at his word.
No.
It's a pretty. It's not a fun thing to
No.
release.
But a lot of people are doing things like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
feel
different
good
kind of way to
releasing
handle it.
that, but yeah, we were. It was in the area we were filming at.
Yeah.
So.
No, somebody's having a bad moment.
I agree.
And you should never, ever release that.
No, we wouldn't.
If you care about people.
Exactly.
And then there's a kind of half in, half out. A lot of times I do like this tactic where you kind of make it somebody else's problem. Like if it's near somebody's store, I would go and be like, hey, you got a guy that's laying out there and I don't know if he's alive or dead. You might want to call the authorities or go check it out yourself. So now all of a sudden I've relieved myself and I've put the burden on you and say, technically this is kind of your property.
And you're kind of good person light.
Right. I've kind of done a good thing, but I've kind of stayed away from it, and now I've made it somebody else's burden.
You're not involved.
Not involved, so my conscience is okay,
There are some people though that really can stay out and look like they're dead. They
Oh,
really
I know.
can, yeah.
So if you are going to be enjoying the great weather that we have coming up and you're going to lay down, make sure you lay in the kind of pose that makes it look like you are sleeping and not dead.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm not posting the guy going through a bad moment.
No.
It's recorded because it was in the area. He happened to be in our shot.
Well, it's recorded too sometimes because you have to protect yourself. What if that guy would have woke up and then said that you guys hurt him or something? It's a good thing that you have that.
Yes.
But it's a terrible thing to release it.
We didn't walk up to him and go, hey, that's not what we have him on camera on the tree area, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not releasing that.
All right. Okay. But we don't have any idea what his situation was.
Yeah, he's hit rock bottom. He's in a bad way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just think he was on drugs.
Okay.
He walked away.
It's honestly kind of impressive. I mean, if a guy is on drugs and Denny's voice can wake somebody
Well,
out
that's
of
what
a
I thought was funny about it was Dennys is the one.
drug-induced.
Denny's is that verbal
Stupor.
Narcan.
I have such a
Yeah, he is. Audible Narcan.
yeah. Well, I have way louder.
Damn, Denny's.
I have a way louder voice than Denny's, and I was screaming way loud, and then Denny's gives it one shot, and the guy wakes
Maybe
up.
He wakes
loud
up.
is not Narcan.
You're right.
Denny's
Yeah.
is Narcan.
Audible Narcan. Happy birthday to Usher. He is 43 years old today. And Ralph Lauren turns 82. I believe he has a nice little pad on Palm Beach.
It's not little, but yeah, it's nice.
Right. Well, little in Palm Beach terms, Virginia.
Ain't nothing little bit about that thing. It's massive.
Also, happy 9th birthday to our bright-eyed, big-hearted baby girl, Navi from Daddy, Mommy, Austin Kenny, and Zayla, Kanisha, Makai, Tonka, Casper, Patches, and Dora. We love you, Pumpkin. There's a adorable photo there on
Great pic.
KVJ TV. Absolutely. On YouTube, go look for the KVJ show. Also, a happy 9th birthday to Jason Vu. Love you a billion. So proud of you. From Mommy, Daddy, Kaylee J, and the Zoo.
Happy birthday to Vu. Happy birthday to Vu.
Works, doesn't? Got a photo of him there with a little bird.
Aw, sweetie.
Happy 14th birthday, Gavin. Love you more than a basket full of Bulldogs. Love Mom, Dad, Easton, Beans, and Pack. Also, happy birthday to Hunter. Love you always, Mommy, Daddy, Hope, Duke, Gage, Bosco, and Gypsy. Got a photo of him there on KVJ TV. Happy birthday to Motor City Mongo, Megan and the Pickle Squad.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a KVJ Nationer from back in the day.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, one of our Detroit listeners. Happy 10th birthday, Connor, from Mom, Dad, Tucker, and Brantley. Happy birthday, Chase, from Mom, Dad, and Lauren. We got a birthday for Alejandro, turning 31. Love you much. Mom, Hilario, and your little brother, David. Happy birthday to Callie, turning 8. Love Jayla and Ty.
So
And
many
Mom.
a lot of birthdays today.
There is, yes. I know.
What was going
Big
on
day to
during that
celebrate.
time?
Yeah, a lot of birthdays. All right, if you would like to have one, you can get it through to us. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. A quandary. You see somebody that is out in public, sprawled out. Are they sleeping? Are they dead? Are they
Drunk?
drunk? What's going on here?
High?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, especially in South Florida, you're probably going to come across this. So maybe thinking ahead about how you would approach this situation. Like I said, I gave you several different options on how people could. But what do you do?
Me and Dennys have been putting ourselves in areas
Yeah.
which could lend to just finding some weird stuff.
Part of it is probably an equation about your surroundings. What time of day is it? Where are you? What part of South Florida are you in? What does the person look like? Somebody said the other day I went to the gas station at 5:30 a.m. and a guy was half in his car, half out. He appeared dead while his sandals were on
Oh,
the pavement
Lord.
of his feet.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm in Miami, so yeah, I'm not getting involved.
That's a good.
Again, keep in mind where you might be, and there are many parts of Miami where you don't want to necessarily run to somebody's rescue. Be like, I don't know, maybe I'll get somebody else to do that.
We weren't getting too close. We're just going, hey, you okay? Hey!
Dude, I am not judging you for the I'm not getting involved stance.
Yeah.
I am not
you know what you're
judging
going to
you.
find in Miami. Somebody said I used to work for a Public, and a lady came in complaining that one man had been sitting outside on the bench forever, and she couldn't sit down because he's taking up too much room. He's man-spreading. So my store manager goes out to check on him, and oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh, he was really?
Yeah, he was dead.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
So, people tend to man-spread when they're dead. Sometimes you just can't help
It's
it.
called rigor mortis.
I hope he got that public sub in before he kicked it.
He really did. Wow. I'm not laughing at Dad. I'm just laughing at the
Right.
irony of life.
Wow, how about that, huh? And just kind of a note, too, somebody texted in and said, it's frustrating to medics when we risk our lives and other people's lives going with our lights and sirens on for somebody who's just sleeping with all the callers, and their first thought is to just call 911 and make it somebody else's problem.
The one thing we said, we go, if we call 911, we're really involved. You're involved now. You're in it.
Yeah.
That's why we're trying to wake them.
No, I had that. I did. I don't know what to do. Remember, I was driving to work that one day, and there was a guy that was laying on the side of the road. He was in the road, and it was very dark. And I called
He's
911.
in the road.
He was in the road, yeah. And I called 911. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but it's like I had to get to a show. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
I called 911 because I thought a listener was going to harm themselves. They sent me a message, and
Yeah.
it was kind of ambiguous. Then I called you and go, Kev, what do I do? I go, I'd probably call authorities. So I called authorities, called 911, and for whatever reason, I fell apart on this 911 call. It sounded like I was on meth or something.
You don't hold together on 911?
But I should have.
Yeah.
Me and Dennys were hanging out. It was a lot going on.
Okay.
If you know
Oh,
what
boy.
if you know what I mean.
Someone tried to call 911 high as a kite.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Fell apart.
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, boy.
I think someone's gonna hurt themselves.
You should have given the phone to Dennys.
I would love to have gotten that. I want to get that call.
Have you ever come home to your stuff packed and out on the front lawn? Boy, it's such a popular tactic that happens. I'd say it happens a lot more often to guys. Just going out on a limb here. Jaybird's got a buddy that had this happen to him. He came home and his stuff was out on the front lawn and packed.
I saw a video on TikTok yesterday of a girl that was doing this. She was kicking him out and putting all of his stuff out. And on the TV, she's playing Beyonce Irreplaceable. To the left, to the left.
Oh, right,
Everything
right.
you own in a box to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
She put all his stuff out.
I wouldn't say he's a good friend. He's someone that's in the KVJ movie, and he's one of
Okay.
our listeners, and he was telling me about what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And how he came to his house, and all of his crap was packed out of his house, and the door was locked, and he couldn't.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's like, you're out. She changed the lock, took all of his crap and packed out. He was locked out of his house because I guess what he had done was he went out drinking with his friends and went out the entire night.
Okay.
And came back really late into Sunday morning.
Okay.
Like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of a thing.
wow.
Yeah, and I guess
Okay.
it's not the first time he's done that before.
And that was kind
And
of like,
that
don't
was-
do this again.
If you
or
do this again,
Yeah.
you are. And she took all of his crap and locked his ass out. And she must have done that early Sunday morning to change the lockout.
Wow.
Because he couldn't get into his house.
That's a depressing day.
That's a real. Because you're probably hungover.
Yeah, you're tired, you're slowed down from a night of partying, and you're like, okay, where do I sleep tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this cat that well. It's like, well, where are you staying at now?
I was hoping I could stay at your house, Jay Bird.
It's like, what am I doing? Shut up, Jamer. No, he's staying at a buddy's house on the couch, but it's 45 minutes away from where he works at.
Oh, man,
so
that's tough.
He's really.
Oh, wow. Was it worth going out at least?
But he's married though. This isn't like a boyfriend girlfriend thing.
Yeah.
They're legit married.
Yeah.
But that concept of coming home and all of your crap is outside of the house,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when you know you're in the doghouse.
No, yeah, I've seen it happen. I've had happen with a buddy, and the good news, at least for this guy, with my friend, his stuff was on fire when he got home. So
She lit it on fire.
That's some TLC stuff right there.
yeah, so
So what
he came home to a bonfire.
Did she light it on fire in the house? So
No, it was in the front yard.
That was smart. See, Lisa Left Eye Lopez lit it on fire in the bathtub
Yeah.
of the house.
Set the house on fire.
And then burned the house down.
Yeah.
You don't burn it in the house that you live
Right.
in. The yard is the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Lee in the chat room says, call the cops and they'll let you in. I don't think it's that kind of... I think he knows he's in the doghouse. I don't think he wants to make it worse.
Yeah,
By-
probably not going to go well.
No,
Yeah,
because
if
he's
you
in the...
involve that.
Well, he's in the wrong. He made a promise and then
Yeah.
he didn't call. He told me, he goes, dude, I'm in the wrong. I'm completely in the
Yeah,
doghouse.
you're probably best just slink away and go
Yeah.
sleep on your buddy's couch.
Oh, I go, hey, man, you sure you want to act in this thing? He's like, no, it's the only thing I'm looking forward to. I'm like,
Oh,
that's how I
jeez.
know this guy's down and out.
Oh, man. Oh,
If this is the only thing you're looking for.
Oh,
how depressing is that?
It's very
it's a
depressing.
low point.
Wow, that is rough.
It was depressing.
Okay. Today's KVJ draft is for the best celebrity couples that are out there. People that we love to see in a relationship, people that have been together forever.
Question.
Uh-huh.
To make it a little bit more fun, are we allowed to have couples of the past, dead or alive? And are we allowed to do cartoon couples, stuff like that? Where they're not obviously real people, but they are a couple.
I think real. We got to go real. Yeah, I think. Don't you think, Virginia? The cartoon couples?
I mean, you're the boss, Kevin. I
Yeah.
respect you. I don't challenge you. I don't try
Okay.
to throw you curveballs.
She also wears old lady jackets to work.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can do it.
I think whatever you say goes, Kevin.
Well, I mean, it's celebrity couples.
All right.
I did all current celebrity.
yeah, I did too. So I think we got the assignment.
But, you do whatever you want
No,
to do.
I was going to go Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog. I guess that's not a celebrity couple. All right.
Yeah, no, go for it. Okay.
Lincoln and Mary Todd.
Abe Lincoln, I have it.
I know. I know you did. I don't even have
Go
to
for
look
it.
at your.
Yeah.
I don't have to look at your list or your face.
You know this guy, huh?
to know that you have some goofy,
Yeah.
not follow the rules.
I'm asking the rules.
Go for it.
No,
Yeah,
I-
okay. There are no rules.
Okay.
Whatever you want to put in there.
All right, we'll see. Oh,
Go
now,
for it.
now I'm gonna get just hate votes just because.
Okay, I drew out a 7. What you got, Virginia?
I got an aces high.
Oh, Virginia goes first. First pick. Okay, Bird, what you got?
I got a queen.
Okay, all right. Then we got Dennys. What you got?
I got an 8.
Okay, and what has Suits got in there?
He's got a jack.
Wow.
He's got a jack. Wow, okay. All right, boy, I got last place.
High cards this week.
Yeah, we do.
We should go to Vegas, huh? Let's let it all ride.
All right, Virginia, you start us all off here.
With the number 1 pick, I love this couple. They're adorable. They seem like they are just nothing can break them. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Oh,
I know Bird wanted it, so that's why I'm taking
oh,
it.
smart. Look at you. Cutting him off there.
Oh man, I got all right. I actually have to pick.
Kermit
The
and Miss Piggy?
Lincolns?
Did I put it
I
down?
took the Lincolns and
Kermit
Kurt
and Miss
Russell.
Piggy is my first couple. I gotta do. I was not prepared. I have a whole different kind of list going on over here.
Okay. What's your pick?
Miss Piggy and Kermit.
Okay.
Unless that's gonna anger the
No.
people.
It may ruin your votes, but go for it.
All right.
It may work for you.
I feel
Yeah.
good with that.
Whatever you want to put. All right, Suits, you're up next. Who are you going to be picking for the best celebrity couples?
I just think these two seem likable. I'm going to go with John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Then we got Dennys. What you got?
I think I am going to go Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Okay.
You know, if they get married, she'll be Megyn Kelly. And there's already a Megyn Kelly.
Hey, Kevin, you can turn off Virginia's microphone if you want.
Okay.
You got the
I'd go
power.
Machine Gun Fox.
Machine
yeah.
Gun Fox.
It's a
I like
better
that
name.
better. I like seeing Machine Gun Fox.
Machine Gun Fox is
It's an
awesome.
awesome name.
Okay, all right, then I am going to go with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Oh, that's a good one.
For my pick. And then I am going to go Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Oh, that's a
They've
good
been
that's a
together
sweet
forever.
one.
Yeah, I want a little bit of sweet in there, too.
It's kind of boring.
Who else is out there?
Well, that's me, Virginia.
Who else is
I'm
out
kind of
there?
boring, too.
I really struggle with this one.
Okay, Denny's, back to you.
I am going to go Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabella.
Okay, all the love between them. Okay,
They're new, they're young.
okay. All right, Suits, what do you got?
I'm going to take Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
Okay, all right. All right, and then what about you, Virginia?
I want Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Okay,
I think they are so playful and cute and nice to each other.
they really are cool. Yeah. Okay, wait, I got Jaybird in there. Jaybird, you got to go. Next.
We got Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner.
Is that where you're going?
They are. Oh crap! That's right. They're both passed. Damn, they're no longer with. Damn it, Bird.
You can go
I'm
for it.
And I'm a Wonka fan.
Oh, your list is falling apart.
I think Kevin will
before
take it,
us.
though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Really?
If you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka and Gilda Radner.
Okay.
Gene Wilder.
Virginia, we kind of gone out of order, so you got to
Sorry.
go again.
Okay, yeah, I want Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade.
Right.
And then for my next pick, I'm going to take George Clooney and Amal. Oh, they're so pretty.
Okay.
He's hot. She's sexy.
Okay. All right, Bird, it is back to you for your final pick here in the KVJ draft for the best celebrity couples. What are you going to partner with Kermit and Miss Piggy and Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner?
I'm gonna go.
Just take Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Go Abe Lincoln.
Hey, that might. Yeah.
I'm going Abe Lincoln and Mary Todd. Yeah. At this point, let's go down in flames.
I mean, you might get the goofy vote.
I don't know.
The goofy vote is a real thing.
We'll see
Okay.
what happens. I ruined Kevin's game. I'm sorry.
No, it's. I think you just ruined your team.
This is what it looked like when I struggled during an exam.
All right, Suits, what's your final pick?
I'll go with Will and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay. All right. So that's just the way Suits does it.
Yeah, he Googles.
Ugh.
But does he know their backstory? I mean, it's a little odd.
Denny's, who you going to go with?
I'm going to go with the personal pick on this, and I think I'm going to go Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, that you might get some votes on that.
I think I might. They've been
yeah,
around for a while.
Denny's is in the hunt.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's not in the hunt.
You.
If a win for me is just not to finish in last place so badly.
Oh.
And I think with my final pick, I am going to go with Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen.
It's very polarizing. That's
So is Abe Lincoln and Mary Todd.
you're
That's
right.
political.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was. It's very.
Yeah. So
Giselle is lippy, and I think she keeps him in check.
well, you know, I kind of like it. I think, yeah, she does. She's very defensive of him.
Which I
And
do
so-
like. I like someone
Yeah.
that protects their lover like
But I'm
that.
telling you right now, she don't turn it off when they get home. With the fire she yells at others, she probably yells at him too.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
You can't turn off spicy.
Okay. All right, so there we go. We've got Virginia's got Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, George and Amal Clooney. Bird's got Kermit and Miss Piggy, Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner, and Abe Lincoln and Mary Todd. I think your most recent couple's Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner, and they're dead.
Yeah, can we get the birth dates
Yeah, way to keep it
of
current.
all your...
Baby, let's just
Yeah.
throw it out there, see what happens.
Suits has got John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Denny's got Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I've got Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, and Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen. The people that did not get picked, Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're a power couple, but, you know, the fact that he's, I guess, pretty much well-documented cheated on her.
Yeah, she wrote a whole album
Yeah.
about how he cheated on her and caused her all this pain.
Yeah.
And I can't vote for that.
Something about that doesn't reek of love.
No.
Yeah, it's still, a little tarnish on that one. David Beckham and Victoria Beckham.
They just seem a little elitist for me. They're very not huggable.
Okay. Justin and Haley Bieber. I thought it was kind of sweet that, you know, when somebody had said something nasty to her, they were chanting Selena at her on the red carpet, and he was comforting her and all that.
Yeah, because cameras are rolling. As soon as they cut,
Yeah, I thought that was kind of sweet. So they won points for me, but not enough to get picked. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Nobody went with that. People love Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if we see Blake Lively enough. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
too controversial.
Yeah.
Some people don't like talking about the royals.
Okay.
No British people would vote.
Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. Nobody went with them. And I like Leslie Mann and Judd Apatow.
They're cute.
I don't know if
I
enough
forgot
people know
about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie Mann and anybody would be adorable.
I was going to do Carl Thomas Dean and Dolly Parton.
Okay.
You never see Carl. I mean,
I didn't even know when you said the name. Like, who's Carl Thomas Dean?
he's barely ever been seen.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't go with CTD.
All right. We're going to be posting this up on our Facebook and our Instagram. You can go and cast your votes, and this time tomorrow, we'll see who gets the most votes for their team. Well, of course, the comments rolling in about our picks for best celebrity couples, some of the ones that we missed. People were saying, how did nobody take Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani?
Because they're
Yeah,
annoying.
they're too much. They're a little extra for me.
They're kind of annoying. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing I would say, too, is there are some people that, just don't really care about country at all and really don't like them because somebody said, what about Tim McGraw and Faith Hill? It's all good, but yeah, country is just, it is kind of polarizing. There are some people that love it, and look, I'm a country fan, but trust me, I hear it. If I put country on the wrong place, people are like, what's this crap?
Yeah, I like some of his music, and they are not my vibe as a couple at all. They seem way too uptight.
Okay. Also, what about Mickey and Minnie Mouse? Nobody went with that.
Well, I think no one wanted to follow suit with my goofy ass.
Yes, we were surprised you didn't take that one.
Well, I thought that might have been a little too goofy, Kev.
Okay.
Donald and Daisy.
Where does it stop?
And somebody throwing this point out, they said, aren't Miss Piggy and Kermit separated? But they made a whole thing about that.
They've never been able to actually get it together. I mean, their love is up and down a lot.
Someone's picking apart my list. That's like kicking a kitten. It's a terrible list. I mean,
That's not a great endorsement for your own product.
no one's saying anything to Denny's about
It's a
Machine Gun
terrible
Kelly.
Yeah.
Denny's Machine Gun Kelly.
I think Megan Fox is really hot, though. So you might get some of the hot votes. And the new name that we came up with, Machine Gun Fox, is my new favorite thing.
And somebody pointing out that with Virginia's couple, with Dwayne Wade, he had cheated and had a baby with another woman.
Damn, that don't sound like love.
They look happy now.
Well, so does Miss Piggy and Kermit. They made up.
Yeah. Okay, there you
Were
go.
they married when he had a baby?
Kermit and Miss Piggy? I can't speak.
Dwayne Wade. I don't think Kermit and Miss Piggy had a baby.
Well, I don't want to get too dirty because, all right, never mind. Sorry, Kevin.
What are we talking about? A pig and a frog procreating?
Yes.
Froggy style.
Oh, yeah, froggies.
Froggy style, yeah. He's like, rub it.
Rub it.
I like it.
Look
See
at
what-
you.
Denny's already warming up over here. I can tell this kid's ready to pop. Okay, we got Denny's joke jury here. He's writing up the comedy. We just sit back and judge it. Let him know what hits and what misses. All right, what you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, this is a Demi Lovato joke. What kind of aliens are just too much?
I don't know. What kind of aliens are just too much?
Extraterrestrials.
Extra.
yeah, I
They're
like it.
extra.
It's a thinker.
Extraterrestrials. Okay.
Second joke. What part of the hospital does John Cena hate?
I don't know what part of the hospital does he hate.
The ICU. Because you can't see me.
Oh, man.
I loved it.
But wrestling dorks like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Wow.
That's great, Denny's.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
I loved it.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
Third joke. When does the moon use Nair?
I don't know when does the moon use Nair.
When it's waxing?
When it's waxing.
Not when it's waning. When the moon is waxing.
So,
You guys aren't into moon phases?
You guys aren't into moon phases.
Honestly, I don't think we knew that was a thing.
was that this morning?
I was on the toilet writing that one.
Put it in
I'm
there.
going to throw it right back in. Let's see. Fort joke. What did Jeffrey Dahmer say about his house?
I don't know. What did Jeffrey Dahmer say about his house?
Home is where the heart is.
Dennys.
Ouch. Oh, man.
Cannibal joke.
Hey, all right.
Very topical.
Yeah.
Yes. And final joke. Final joke. What is it called when one chef watches another chef make dinner for his wife?
I don't know. What is it called?
Cookhold.
That's good.
Okay. All
I like
Hey,
it.
you ended on a good one.
Oh my God.
That's all we need. Nice work.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show. That sucks. That sucks. It stinks. You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Hey, for Halloween, can Kevin dress up as somebody who doesn't already look dead? Dude's skeletal, the eyes are spooky AF. When every day you're already horrifying, why not try something different?
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Does Virginia deliberately try and sound like a raspy dumbass? I swear she has permanent stupidity and permanent laryngitis. How is this skank still on air?
I wish that mousetrap killed Jason. He ruins every bit with some stupid comment. He'd be so much funnier dead. I haven't even seen his horror movie and I know it sucks.
Oh, man.
What's up with Denny's always looking like he's severely ill? His body looks like a rotten banana, and his face always looks like he's constipated. Y'all, I feel bad for his wife.
That sucks.
Oh, man. See what kind of confessions we've got here today. People just texting us some interesting random things about things they've done in their life. I think they also like to hear us discuss the things that they have done once upon a time. Like we got this text that rolled in, where somebody said, before I married my husband, I was feeling a little off with our relationship and I was uncertain. So I reconnected with an ex who I've always had feelings for since we grew up together, and we had dated on and off. A week before my husband and I got married, we started a conversation on social media, got together, and got it on. On one hand, I realized my feelings that I have for my husband were true, and since this has happened, it's never happened again. I've never told my husband, but it is awkward when my husband will go and hang out with this guy or he comes over to our house for the holidays.
Here's my question
Man, oh,
for
man.
you two married oldies
Yeah.
over here. You find out, because you guys have been married for a while.
Thank you for married oldies.
You find out a week before the actual marriage happened.
The wedding day.
The wedding, yeah. The Panda or the Mexican Queen, they had a little rendezvous, slept with somebody, and you just find out about it now.
Yeah.
Does that affect how you feel in your marriage? Does
Yeah, it'll affect how you feel, no doubt about it.
Is that grounds for divorce? Do you stay with it, or do you just accept how it happened?
I think for a lot of people, it's grounds for divorce. Now, I think it's how much time has gone by. What has the relationship been like since then? But it's something that would always stick with you. It would always be in your mind.
Yeah, I'd be sad about it, but I don't think I would end the marriage if there's been no other infidelity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going to suck.
It was just an unbelievable weekend in Reno.
Yeah, I need to see what this girl looks like,
She,
too.
15 out of 10.
Well,
Did things.
did she know about me?
Oh, yeah. In fact, that's why it got her off.
If she
Oh,
knew
hey.
about me, she's
What?
getting cut.
That's I'm getting carried away.
Wow. I'm like, good heavens.
Kevin's cock
Coming on a little
It's
strong
like,
there.
oh, my.
Wow.
Sorry, we were role playing. I
Yeah,
did get carried away.
really are getting into it
I forget
there.
we're on the air.
Good heavens. My goodness. Some other confessions here. Somebody texted in. They said, my confession, I tell my boss 2 to 3 times a month that I'm getting the COVID rapid test just so I can have half day off, and he can't ask for my results.
I think there's been people who have faked COVID to get out of.
The lies going on with COVID, either about getting tests or you've been vaccinated. Oh my gosh. I know so many people that have got lies and facades going up.
Well,
Don't believe any of it, man.
I even think about my situation where I told you guys I had COVID. I took the test. No one ever asked to see a result. I could have lied and said, no, yeah, I got COVID. It could have been, again, in Reno doing whatever I wanted.
Yep.
Damn.
I really had COVID.
Well, do we know?
Well, you do know because you saw me eat aquatic food and not taste it.
I did see. I went to your house and dropped off food. You weren't in Reno.
No, I was not.
And you looked terrible.
Yeah.
COVID kicked your butt.
Still kind of sticking on the face for some reason.
You got that long COVID.
Somebody text in to confess. Anytime I get the opportunity, I fart on my girlfriend's cat's head. That cat is a little jerk.
You're a jerk. You're dumb.
Well, now you're making the cat even more of a jerk. I think you have, handled this wrong because
Yeah.
the cat doesn't want to be farted on.
No.
So the cat's going to lash out more at you. And I just
You've
I think,
escalated a war.
If I walked in a room and someone was farting on my dog Chewy, we would be throwing hands. I'm a pacifist, but you can fart on my dog? Kidding me? Show him some respect.
what if you came in the room and I was farting on your Chewy pillows, which you do have all over the house?
I could get over that, but I'm still annoyed. Chewy is sacred ground for me. I don't even make jokes about it. Yeah, so don't fart on Chewy's pillow.
This text confession says, as I listen to some 90s EDM, I sadly realize that I will never again be petting people while high on Molly in a club like Liquid until 8 a.m.
Oh,
It makes me feel like my best days are behind me.
they are.
Oh, man.
Well,
He just wants to go pet people.
it's not that hard to get ecstasy and go to a club.
And Molly's still out there.
I just feel like he thinks he's aged out of it. He just
You
would
do.
look like the really old guy in the club.
You definitely age out of Molly.
Yeah. Somebody texting in saying, my company thankfully brought workers back from the pandemic just in time for me to steal more toilet paper and pens. I was starting to run out. Okay, that's good timing, I guess. Somebody else confessing, I once drunkenly bought a gram of cocaine, put it in that tiny pocket in my jeans and forgot about it, and unwittingly smuggled it through several airports.
Oh.
Sometimes you don't know, and you look back and go, oh my gosh.
Dude, what are you doing?
Wow.
That had to have been the 80s, right?
Don't know.
I mean, it doesn't sound believable, even as you're telling it now, and you've never been busted.
Well, I mean, could you not?
Yeah.
I know they do tests, but do they have something where if you had a little baggie of cocaine tucked in that little pocket in your jeans, that they would pick it up every time?
I don't know. I mean, people tell me that those drug dogs you see in the airport aren't actually drug dogs; they're actually bomb dogs.
Right, yeah.
And that there's no drugs sniffing anything. And if you have something in your pocket, they might, if they don't search you, they might not ever know.
Yeah, the drug dogs, they actually party. That's why they're called drug dogs.
They love Molly.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. Somebody said, I really enjoy going to gay clubs. The vibe is always much friendlier and the music is usually better, but I'm not at all attracted to men and I often feel like I'm trespassing.
My favorite.
Trust me, they like it that you're there.
Remember when Dennys got lured in? He didn't realize he was at a gay club. And
He was on a gay
He was on a
date.
gay date and didn't realize it. He goes, oh, wait a minute. I'm on a
Hold
gay
on.
date.
Those guys are making out over there. And wow. Well, there's so many rainbow flags. Wait a minute.
When we were in Miami, they thought me and Dennys were boyfriend and boyfriend. They did.
And they were trying to come between
Well, we
you?
lived together. Yeah, I was like, dude, don't you touch my man.
That guy asked him out on a date knowing you existed.
You're right, he did. He was kind of throwing.
You could have cut him.
You're right.
You could have cut that
He
guy.
was trying to take Dennys from me.
Damn, you just realized.
This confession is when my son is playing Fortnite in his bedroom and shouting like a maniac, I will block his Xbox on the Wi-Fi for a few minutes just to hear his meltdown. He thinks our broadband is trash.
That's amazing.
Okay, that's interesting. This confession says, I regularly hide cooked sausages in and around work. Coffee jars, briefcases, coat pockets, desk drawers, you name it. I've hidden one there. I did it years ago for a laugh, and I've continued ever since, and now I'm secretly known as the Phantom Sausager.
If
What
you,
an odd...
But look, whatever gets you through the day.
Yeah.
Because I would be giggling so hard if I was doing that. That's just fun.
Especially if you had a close friend in the office with you and you're both just waiting to hear it. Why does it smell like sausage? I mean, that would make you...
Damn it, there's another sausage in the coffee pot.
You would laugh so hard.
That's funny.
Wow. Somebody texted in to confess, when my husband pisses me off, I hide his car keys because he loses them all the time. So I wait until he's really upset and then I pretend to miraculously find them. Depending upon how pissed I am at him determines on how long I make him wait.
That is evil.
Diabolical.
That is evil.
That is a tough
And he has
game.
no idea.
You're insane.
Oh, I found him right here. Oh, these passive-aggressive games that people are playing. Somebody said, as a side hustle, I sell my wife's used panties for $20 a pair online. At least that's what my website says. In reality, I have no wife. I'm a fat, hairy Italian who just rubs a clean pair of panties around my behind a few times and then posts them for sale. I have a 5-star rating.
You never trust the internet.
Oh, my
You can't trust the
gosh.
internet.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a wife.
Well, also know, too, when you're buying used panties over the internet, there's a chance that it might not be on the up and up.
Yeah.
How much, just a hypothetical question, how much these used panties go for?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I think this all ties into our OnlyFans kind of a thing. We could sell a lot of not only yours. If Ralston worked out in some undies, those things would fly off the
He
shelf.
doesn't usually wear draws.
That's why they'd be special. It'd be a
It's
specialty.
unique, yeah.
Unique.
Unique item.
Would you be willing to wear underwear for us to sell them on our OnlyFans?
Absolutely not.
Oh. See, I would.
I didn't turn that down.
Do you know what hell I would have when I got home?
How much you get though? Hey babe, I got
that's true.
$5,000 for my undies.
All right. Hey, if the queen's a go.
Nobody's paying $5
I
grand.
could see some Ralston fan up in Vero Beach with some money.
No.
Yeah.
Max anybody on this show gets is probably $100.
I'd be ecstatic with $5. I'd be like, oh my gosh, can you believe that? Somebody paid $5. It'd be unbelievable.
It would cost more to ship them.
It would.
I know. We got to up the price. So, Ralston, your drawers are worth more. You're undervaluing your own butt.
Okay, well, you can be my underwear agent.
No problem.
She knows how to sell. She's good. She's real good.
Virginia's just sorting out exactly who would pick up the most tail at a gay bar. Is it me, Dennys, Jay Bird?
We were diving deep into the story that Jay Bird told about how back when we were in Miami working at a radio station down there and Dennys and Jay Bird lived together, one of our coworkers invited Dennys out for beers and Dennys just thought it was chill, two dudes going to get beer. Halfway through the evening, he realizes he's on a gay date with a man that obviously doesn't respect boundaries because this coworker knew that Jay Bird and Dennys lived together and this coworker thought they were gay, and so this coworker was basically trying to be a homewrecker.
And I just figured this out kind of now.
We all figured it out
And
together.
I'm kind of pissed. I'm a little jelly right now.
Yeah.
I don't like
How
it.
dare him?
How dare I gotta try to take your sweet Dennys away from you?
But when you really break it down, let's say me and Dennys were a couple.
Yeah.
That guy is wrong.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Dennys is adorable. And I think in a gay bar, he probably, out of everybody here, would get the most free drinks.
Think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really do. We were discussing all of it, Kevin. You're second.
Okay.
It goes Dennys, then Kevin, and then Jay Bird and Suits, I think, aren't really the... Yeah, that hair, Jay Bird. I don't know if that would fly.
She's ramping up into an insult, you know.
Oh, she's ramping?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not an insult?
No, she's
God,
getting
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Kevin,
feel insulted already, just wait.
I got nothing left in the tank.
No, you're all straight man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hurt. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I lost all feeling. You can't hurt me anymore.
There's a clip out today for Daniel Craig, who's promoting the new James Bond movie, talking about how he used to go to gay bars to pick up straight women.
Interesting.
Listen, I've been going to gay bars for as long as I can remember. And one of the reasons, because I don't get into fights in gay bars that often, because the aggressive swinging in hetero bars, I just got very sick of as a kid, because it was like, I don't want to end up even in a punch up. And that would happen quite a lot.
Okay.
It's brilliant because straight girls, I'm being one of them, love going with their gay friends to a gay bar. It's fun.
Yeah. So there you go. That one guy who would confess that he hangs out in gay bars because they're more peaceful, the music's better, but he kind of feels like he's trespassing because he's a straight man.
And I also got to look up that one guy who tried to steal my Dennys and have some words.
Yeah. If he's still around.
7 years ago.
You trying to take my man.
Yeah. Like, what? And listen to this. You're talking about selling the panties. Somebody said, I hang out at a bar and there's another guy that is there that's a little bit older, and he will buy my underwear for $50 each.
$50?
Yeah, and pay me another $50 for my bra.
Oh, I will take these off right now.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah.
$50?
Yeah, nobody got money around here, Virginia. Keep your drawers on.
Where's this bar, did they say?
No, it didn't say. It's the place she hangs out.
Slide in my DMs.
The bar is in hell.
$50 per pair?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Underwear and bra, yeah. So have you guys heard about shadow inflation? I was looking today, and they were all over the news talking about how inflation is up 5.4% over the last 12 months. It's the biggest spike in 13 years we've had inflation. They say kids' shoe prices are up almost 12%.
Ooh.
Men's footwear, 5.5%. And women's up about 5%. So you're paying more. That's just one of the items that you're paying more money for. But you're going to notice in items that you're already buying this shadow inflation. And here's what's odd about it. It's a little devious. And you may be like, wait, this doesn't feel right. You're not wrong about that. It's not right, because now they're making some products mysteriously smaller, but the price is actually higher. And maybe you get that burrito and you're going, my burrito feels smaller.
You're right.
What the heck is going on? But I paid 10 cents more for it.
I'm feeling it. You're right.
Isn't that crazy? That shadow inflation. How sneaky is that?
Huh.
You're getting less and paying more and maybe not noticing, and that's how they try to slide by that they jack prices due to inflation.
I wouldn't notice at first.
Right.
I would just see the prices and think, oh, it's the same burrito.
Yeah, you're probably
but
thinking
it's
something's off.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know it's more because inflation, but I might not notice at first that the burrito is smaller.
Oh, I can always tell when there's a portion change. Always.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
instantly.
the
I
the way it
size
fits
up.
in your hand, yeah,
Well,
or your mouth.
I do food a little bit differently than you guys do it. I look at it, I explore
He
it.
can look at it
Yeah.
without a scale and tell you the weight.
That is not true. Don't put that kind of pressure on me. Oh, I kind of want to play that game.
New game for the
That
KVJ
does
show?
sound fun.
Yeah, I feel like this man knows food so
All right, I
well.
love it.
Okay. Does he know weight? That's the only question.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on there.
Ow.
I got some great Florida stories to share with you. What wackiness is going on here in the Sunshine State. In Lehigh Acres, a 6-year-old boy was found passing out money to his fellow classmates.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Yeah, he is a sweetie. I mean, that's a great way to make friends, too. So there he is, a 6-year-old boy. He's handing out $100 bills,
Hundreds.
50s, 20s, 10s. His classmates are taking it all and loving him.
Oh my gosh, they're beside themselves.
Beside themselves.
Rocco's 6. That would cause an uproar in
Oh, yeah.
first grade.
Apparently, the 6-year-old had found where his mom stashes her cash and brought it to school in his backpack. His mom is a housekeeper and deals in cash, and he found the stash and gave it to all his buddies.
Poor little kid. Oh.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Hopefully the kids are hashtag be cool and give the money back.
Yeah.
Because
You
that
think?
ain't, I mean, come on. It was a mistake of a 6-year-old. You can't keep that money.
Nope,
Yeah.
it's a cold world. You lost the money, kid.
You're talking about drones earlier on the show. There is a man in Mount Dora, Florida, that got indicted for shooting down a law enforcement drone.
Oh, yeah. If they have that police sticker on it, you probably shouldn't mess with it.
But here's my question. Let's say I'm in my backyard chilling, and there is this odd drone in my yard, and it's harassing me. Do I have the right to smash that to smithereens and not get in trouble for it? If it's in my yard exploring me, do I go to jail for that?
Yeah,
Or-
you own the land, but what about the area space that's directly over it. And I think we've had this discussion about people that might have a camera on there trying to film in windows and whatnot.
You'd argue I'm more scared of the drone than someone just walking back there because I don't know what they're filming.
I think authorities would rather you alert them, say, hey, this is going on.
And you can't shoot a gun in the air regardless of whether you're trying to hit a drone or just Happy New Year or whatever you're doing.
Where's the bullet going? And on top of it, this guy was a convicted felon, so him having a gun was problematic in the first place. So there's a lot of things with this one.
Oh, man, I'd wait till that thing got kind of low, do one of my karate YouTube moves, round kick the hell out of that thing. Boom.
I would love to see you try
to
kick a drone with a broke down roundhouse.
How low does it need to fly?
It needs to fly about a foot off the ground.
Okay.
It's more like a round shack.
You know what I'm talking about? That karate kick where you jump up in the air and smack something?
I know yeah.
I've seen it on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys going to look the same.
I bet you've seen it in real life.
There's a man in Orlando who went viral for using a trash can to remove an alligator from his home.
Yes, I saw the video.
It's the same guy that got the gator that went viral with that. Now he's got a snake that he has released on Instagram.
All right. And then we find out his uncle owns a pet store.
Yeah, I'm
it's
starting
his
to wonder
pet
about this
gator,
guy.
pet snake.
Yeah, so if you remember that guy, he's got another video that he's trying to get with the rounds now with the snake.
We see you.
It's kind of like that story when Tom Cruise saved that couple on the side of the road and he had a movie coming out that day.
Yeah.
We don't believe it. It smells.
3 men tried to steal a car in Virginia on Tuesday, but they had several problems. One, they couldn't drive a manual transmission. Then they were fought off by the owner, who was trained in MMA.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Somehow they still got the car going, and they led police on a high-speed chase. So things are going well. But then when they ditched the car, they tried to run off into the woods, and they were caught and arrested there. So...
A lot of things.
Yeah, you got to figure out first before you hit somebody their backstory. You don't go after a MMA guy's car.
Yeah, you
dummy.
Take a look at the person. Like, how square is their jaw?
Yes.
How big is that vein in their neck?
Yeah.
There are some dudes that just have a face built out of rock. You can't knock them out.
Do they have those cauliflower ears?
Yeah.
If they do not hit that man. He will hit you back.
Are they like pink? I've noticed a lot of those guys are like pink in hue.
Never mess with a human with cauliflower ears.
No, do not.
They've seen the fire and
just-
they've gone through it.
You just tuck that into your law, into your book of commandments. A 52-year-old woman in Pennsylvania threatened a neighbor with a knife. And just to even make sure it sunk in, she licked the knife while maintaining eye contact with him.
Oh, it's an amazing move. Hats off. That's how you really scare somebody.
Yeah.
Very topical for Halloween, though.
It is, yeah. She was arrested. There's a man in Thailand that recently showed up to the ER after he somehow got his junk stuck in a bottle opener.
Okay.
He was trying to
totally-
get his rocks off.
He was. Oh, my
The
God.
bottle opener is just the right round shape when you're flaccid.
He said a buddy suggested it to him and said that it would make him bigger.
I don't know if a buddy did suggest that.
Okay.
Maybe your buddy has a smaller dong.
And I think this guy was just... That wasn't the first thing he put that thing into. I'm just telling you. Yeah, he made that a day.
Okay.
Nothing in his house is safe.
Nothing.
And a quick education here today, if you're one of the people that says IKEA when you're talking about the Swedish furniture store, that's apparently not how it's said.
How's it said?
IKEA. The I sounds like an E in
Well, then
IKEA.
it should spell it EKIA then. I'm going to say IKEA, and they can suck it.
I don't like when people change the game on me like that. Like, halfway through the game, you're going to change it up on me?
Halfway. They've been around a long time.
That's what I'm saying. We're just now hearing about it.
IKEA, we're not doing it.
Kind of like the guy with the fake alligator story. We're not buying the story either.
Oh, you're going to piss off the Swedes, Virginia.
Ooh,
Oh,
what are they going to do? Withhold their
They're
meatballs?
going to throw meatballs at you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Bring it on.
And your furniture is ridiculously hard to put together. So I like my furniture, I don't know, without 8,000 parts.
There goes the IKEA. I'm sorry, the Okoa account, or however you say it.
IKEA.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, thankfully, we have Cosmo. I know people are like, wait, there's still Cosmo? Yeah, it's still around.
Making guys mad everywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. And now Cosmo's letting you know things, men, that you suck at, but I guess don't realize.
Men do better.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just number one, everything.
Okay,
List over.
Yeah, list number one, don't read Cosmo.
Yeah. They came up with 21 different things,
That's
but
it?
I've narrowed it down to this.
Oh, the most important thing, so I better pay attention.
Yeah. One thing that men realize they don't suck at is taking up the appropriate amount of space. Manspreading is a public transit epidemic that needs to be eradicated, Cosmo says. Manspreading.
Okay.
What if the man in question is just meaty? I mean, men are meatier than us.
Yes.
And I've also seen some women spreading, but that was at the strip club.
And you liked it.
Yeah, that's allowed. There's manspreading and then there's mansplaining.
Oh, this is old school one. I'm actually going to explain to Kevin what mansplaining is, which would be mansplaining.
Well, Cosmo says a rule of thumb is to never start a sentence with actually. Just don't do it.
Oh, that's my favorite word to start with.
Actually.
But I have a question. What happens when a woman has to explain everything to you? Do we call that woman-splaining?
Don't know.
We just call that fact sharing.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Someone wants to start a gender war.
Actually,
Yeah,
I do.
it's insane. This is funny, Kevin.
Things men don't realize they suck at, according to Cosmo, taking care of themselves when they're sick. They will sit on the couch with the flu until you drag them to the doctor.
I really hate Cosmo.
Packing for trips. Guys just throw all the clothes in the suitcase, call it good, and then don't understand how wrinkles happen.
This one I agree with. My husband doesn't have a bunch of wrinkled stuff. He just underpacks. And I'll be like, babe, what are you wearing to dinner tonight? Oh, I didn't know I had to bring like a nice outfit.
Cosmo is run by a bunch of Siths. They live in absolutes. They say all men, all women. They love to live in that all world and say, oh, this is what everyone's doing. We can fix you. Okay. Only a Sith lives in absolutes.
Other things men don't realize they suck at. Zoning out when anything sports related is happening in the vicinity.
Yeah, okay, because all dudes love sports. This list is so wiggity whack.
But I am guilty of that. Waiting for their food to cool before they eat it.
Whatever. You've never met a Pennington woman.
They would eat pizza that was on fire.
The Penningtons don't wait for it to cool down. We led the league in mouth cuts.
And things men don't realize they suck at, deciding when it's time to get a haircut. And they look weirdly childlike for about a week after the haircut. What is up with this phenomenon, Cosmo asks.
Yeah, I think male hair grooming, especially as you dudes get older, is super important.
Okay.
And even the areas you can't see, like your ears and the back of your neck, you got to stay up on that.
Well, just know once you hit the age of 30, you're going to get some weird hairs and some really weird places.
Yeah,
that's part. It's what happens on this rock.
What happens to dudes?
Simple maintenance goes a long way, and it's glaring when the guy's not even doing simple maintenance.
You know what I think is fair, Jay-Bird? Turnabout is fair play.
Agreed.
What are the things women don't realize they suck at?
I'm so jaded by Just Virginia right now. It's tough to only see her. You know what I
We
mean?
can start there and move on. Yeah, I'd like to hear what the fellas have to say on this. Cosmo's told us what we don't realize we suck at. What about the ladies? 877-979-WRMF. Okay, well, just a couple of minutes ago, Cosmo was telling us men things that we didn't realize that we sucked at, like manspreading. Apparently, we take up too much space. We don't know how to pack for trips. We don't realize when we're mansplaining. It's just, I guess a blind spot that we have. So I'm just kind of curious, if you had to turn it around and just let the ladies know. What are things that you do not realize that you suck at? Now, unlike Cosmo, I'll say, look, this doesn't pertain to every female, but I will tell you a few things about my wife that she doesn't realize she sucks at. She sucks at driving. And she is... It so aggravates me because she tells me how bad of a driver I am. I'm actually a great driver, and she's not paying attention. She's always running over curbs, about drilling people in the back end, not paying attention. She jams on the brakes and then floors it with the gas. You're like, "Bleh," you're getting nauseous. Terrible driver. Terrible driver. And then she has the balls to tell me that I'm a terrible driver.
Yeah, I mean,
Infuriating.
again, I'll throw something out there. It could be for guys, it could be for girls, but this is a pet peeve of mine that I think girls could do better at in my time that I've seen. When they constantly got to tell you dudes that hit on you, and they always got it seems like every other story is about some guy, how he just finds you so desirable, and it gets to a point where it almost kind of sounds desperate or needy. It's annoying. You don't have to celebrate every touchdown that you're getting. Did that make sense?
Yeah, I think she's trying to make you jealous. I think it's a tactic.
And
Maybe because she's thirsty for your attention, you're not giving her enough.
Well, what if you are giving attention and it still goes that way? So
No.
to me, that leads to
You're not
mind
giving her
games.
enough.
That's a
No.
mind game move, in my opinion.
You need to do better.
Can you please tell my friend Cosmo to shut up?
Cosmo, Sinicky. Another thing that I don't think my wife realizes that she sucks at, deciding where she wants to go for dinner. And we'll have something where I will say it, we're driving there, and she's like, I don't know, why don't we go somewhere else? It's like, I don't care where you want to go. I'll go anywhere.
Make a decision.
Just make a decision. Will you just decide on something? We actually pulled into a restaurant last night. She's like, I don't know. And we pulled right out and went to another restaurant. I'm just like, I don't care. Just pick something, please. Land on something. Other things that women don't realize that they suck at. Now listen to this. We got this text that came in, and it says, I'm a female barber, and I hate it when women hover during their husband's haircut. And when I ask the guy questions about how they want their hair, the wife chimes in and tells me.
Yeah.
They suck at not allowing their husbands to make decisions about how he looks.
I mean, so I worked with this woman, Kev.
Yeah.
We'll call her Smersminja.
Or Cosmo.
I have seen her make her man leave the living room and change because she doesn't like the shirt that he was wearing. And I got to tell you, the original shirt he had on, it looked great.
Yeah, but look at you. What do you know about great?
Said by the lady wearing an old woman in the shoe kind of coat. What are you talking about?
It's cold today. I'm doing this for warmth. When I leave here, the coat comes off.
But do you have to wear a coat that's from Forever 81?
This is from Forever 21.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if they care, but I don't think some women realize that they suck at not judging men for their outfits. They just can't help themselves from saying something. Maybe they're fully aware and they're just like, this is the way it is. But ladies, you do suck a lot of times at keeping your opinions to yourself.
Well, you're a reflection of me. And so when we go out, if you're not dressed right, people are looking at me like, oh, that's a weird pairing. Because I always look on point.
Every time Panda leaves the room and he's around a bunch of people, someone always goes, that poor son of a bitch.
Okay. There were some self-aware women in the chat room. They had said, things that I will admit I suck at, opening packages or jars.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, all right.
I suck at it
I'll
too.
also give you driving.
I got that wag.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
And somebody else in the text here said, things that women don't realize they suck at, number one on the list has to be not apologizing. Not apologizing. Not apologizing.
I'm confused. Did a woman text
I guess
that?
it's that they don't apologize.
When
That-
she's wrong, she won't apologize. But that's not every
down
woman.
to the person, though.
But
I
yeah.
think that's not a gender
You got dudes like that too.
Everything that you listed on there could go on either side.
Yeah.
Really, it's. I honestly believe it's a person thing, not a gender thing.
For the most part.
I do.
Yeah.
I think the media makes
But-
it seem like everyone's A or B.
Let's be honest, a gender war is much more fun.
Oh, gosh.
Sells more magazines.
Said nobody in this room other than Virginia.
Yeah. I got some random questions for you here. What becomes creepy if you're too good at it?
Cutting meat. Really good. Any kind of meat at any given
Really
time.
good with a knife.
With any kind of instrument.
What if you're a chef or a butcher?
I'm saying if you're able to just, let me that wooden spoon. You're just able to carve things real quick out of anything. You're real good at carving.
Okay. I would say picking locks. Why are you so good at that? If you're able to pick a lock, wouldn't you be like going, so they could easily get into my place, right? That's kind of creepy.
So easy.
Yeah. Or maybe somebody's really good at installing hidden cameras. Maybe too good at that. Sneaking up on people. You know, some people just walk so quietly and you're like, they always just appear.
Oh, yeah, the Cajun Ninja. I do know about her.
I got him in the hall this week.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
he hit
though.
the deck.
Yeah. The great camera woman that she is, I didn't record.
Virginia's story.
I was too focused on my craft. I can't do it all.
She got
Video is not my craft.
It was probably the best scare she's ever got. I felt in my knees. It was that good.
She's good.
Yeah.
I am not a videographer. I'm sorry.
So what becomes creepy if you're too good at it? Tying knots.
You're right.
Yes.
That BTK knot you always talk about?
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
flies through that, be going, okay, that's odd. Why are you so good at that? Were you an Eagle Scout? If not, that's creepy.
Tell me if this is creepy, because I think I weirded out the naps, the family, or the couple I went down to.
Don't sleep on the naps.
Yeah, we were going down to the Keys, and serial killers got brought up somehow.
You probably brought it up.
Somehow.
Somehow.
I wonder who would have brought that up.
And then Bob Knapp was asking me questions, and I just started rattling off stat after stat. And then halfway through, he goes, wow, man, you really know your stuff about... He seemed like he was
knowing
impressed.
too much about serial killers, yeah, that comes off as creepy. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
I know exactly how it started. Jay Bird will be in the car with you on a road trip anywhere, and he'll look into the woods, wherever the woods is, on the side of the turnpike or 95, and he'll go, how many dead bodies do you think are in there?
Yeah.
And then you'll look over there, you'll be like, damn, he's right. And then that's how it gets into the serial killer talk.
That's exactly
That's
what
how
happens.
he opens the door.
I know.
Yeah.
It really does open up a big conversation. People they usually bite on that question.
People start thinking about it because you're right.
There's a lot of real estate out there.
Who other than a murderer, though, would phrase it like that?
Oh, that's not true. You can love murder and hate murder, if that makes sense.
A love-hate relationship you have with murder?
You murder and you love it, but then you hate yourself afterwards.
I should never, ever get interviewed by any policeman.
What becomes creepy if you're too good at it? Photographing children.
Yeah. Definitely.
You just have a way with the camera around children. Okay, another random question. What pisses you off instantly? To me, it's littering. I will jump to assumptions about who you are as a person if I see you just roll down your window and dump your bag of fast food right into the road.
I saw someone smack a dog one time. And it brought out the worst. I didn't even know what happened. I just reacted to what they did.
What'd you say?
I don't even know. I just started screaming at the person. It was awful. And I never had that moment where you kind of just see red and lose control. That was a moment where I did. It bothered me so much. And they were a jerk about it.
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right there. Name a time when your gut instinct really paid off. That ever happened to you? You just get a bad feeling about something and you don't get on a flight or you don't go in a car with somebody and it just doesn't work out?
I've told this story a billion times. I'll keep it quick. I was in a 7-car pileup on I-95 with my ex-girlfriend, and I could not get the seatbelt to work leaving Foster's Pub. I was designated driving. She was drinking, and it would not go in. And I reversed the car, and I was going to drive without a seatbelt. And for whatever reason, I stopped in the middle of the road and put the seatbelt on and then drove off. And then we got into a 7-car pileup.
Wow.
10 minutes later.
Dang.
Yeah. Dang. But something told me, dude, put your seatbelt on now.
Maybe it was that seatbelt warning from the car.
No, it was an old-ass car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had a bunch of guys I play football with at a local park, and I decided not to go. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it today. And they, on the way home, got into an accident. 4 of the 5 guys died.
Really?
It's in Virginia's Act. That's real depressing.
It is, yeah. But it was the time my gut instinct paid off. I was like, I'm not feeling it.
My mom back in Rhode
Something's
Island
off.
said she was at they would always have like a little circus or a thing in town where they'd have all these rides, and there was a big Ferris wheel, and she was in line to go on the Ferris wheel and decided not to go on it, and the thing crashed.
Yeah, that's
people died.
It's like that Final Destination kind of movie where it's like, fate's trying to get you, but you're somehow dodging it just by a step or so.
I like those stories. Those are good stories when you kind of Something tells you, stay away.
Just go show you, I mean, how life is. One decision, where you wind up.
A right or a left.
Well, I believe, too, it might be built in us. Animals know when they're in danger.
I agree. No, there's a lot of things about it, and now it's like, oh, you're profiling. But it's like, no, biologically, we are all animals are that way. You're supposed to observe things around you. And you're like, I'm just not getting a good feeling about this situation or this person or whatever's going on. It's not necessarily profiling. It's just your instincts trying to keep you alive. That's what biology does. What is something you watched you wish you'd never seen? I hear some people saying that with Squid Games, that it's disturbing for some people. They're like going, ugh. And apparently maybe the last scene is something. I don't even know. I'm not even sure I'm going to watch it for that reason.
I'm only on episode 4, but I will tell you, Squid Game gets in your head. But I like it.
Okay.
It's twisted, it's weird, but I gotta see how it plays out. I'm excited to watch it to the end, despite the bad English overdubbing that almost could ruin it.
Okay. All right. People talking about things that they wish they'd never seen. Somebody said, I wish I'd never seen Jeepers Creepers.
I like the first 20 minutes, and then it gets a little whack. But the first 20 minutes it keeps it moving. It's pretty horrifying.
Okay. Yeah, somebody talking about the other stuff. Yeah.
It gets dumb, though.
It does. It gets dumb. That's why. Somebody said there was this like video series they used to have back in the 80s called Faces of Death.
Oh my gosh. They would rent that out. It was they would have it where you could rent it in the nudity section. Remember back in the day that had the boobs and all that? They would have that there, and as kids we always wanted to see it. A bear eats a man's face
It's
off.
twisted. It was just nothing of video of people dying.
And I always ask the question, why didn't the guy film it and help the guy with the bear? No one ever gave me an answer.
He's in cahoots with the bear.
There's one that stuck out with me was somebody that jumped to their death. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, I wish I'd never seen that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So some good stuff. You can always sound off, either text us or you can jump into the KVJ TV chat room. It's on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, look for the KVJ show. Make sure you subscribe. Click that little bell so you get updates whenever we post up new videos. So you're always on the hottest stuff happening and the newest stuff with KVJ. We did a KVJ draft earlier for the best celebrity couples. Virginia got the top overall pick, and she went with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Solid pick. I love them. They're from the 80s.
Yep, that was good. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's also on her team, and George and Amal Clooney.
She went too A-list. She's too. It's too good, if that makes sense.
They have it two together. People kind of hate just how together they have it.
I don't think Clooney's gonna. I don't think they're gonna move the mark. They're gonna win the tournament.
They're so good looking.
Jaybird had the second overall pick. He picked Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Boom.
Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner.
Bam.
And Abe Lincoln and Mary Todd. Yeah. Solid.
That list makes you say, huh?
Dog, back in the 1860s, power couple.
Yeah, no doubt. Suits went with John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith.
He might. Google and Gary's going to be up there.
Strong.
Yeah.
Dennys went with Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
It's a tough one to get through.
Then Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
That's such an odd one.
That was so random. I was like, okay.
Was our boss listening?
It's a great question.
It's a butt kiss pick.
Yeah, it is. He also went with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That one will do good. I think people do like. I don't think they're that annoying, right?
Yeah, I don't see them annoying out there a lot.
Okay. Then I went with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
They are adorable.
Polarizing, though.
Okay. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And then Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen. Kevin's
got the power of the Toms.
I do. Got some Tom power in there.
Brady again, polarizing as well. It's going to be I'm anxious to see how this turns out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
As long as I don't get in last place by a lot,
you'll either
it's a win.
You'll either lose it all or win it all. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
Go to Extremes Pennington.
That's where he is. All right, Extreme Pennington. Get ready, baby. It's time for your thought for the day.
Dig the well before you are thirsty.
Oh, okay.
A proverb, if you shall.
That is.
Yes.
Wisdom.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
Oh, Virginia looks confused.
Or just go buy water from the grocery.
Don't mind my friend. She's real dumb.
Digging wells.
What?
So
The
old.
KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.